Have you ever seen a fire that didn't burn? I mean, it's burning, but it's not getting consumed. And so there's this burning bush that Moses saw in the Old Testament. And it's not like any other bush. It's a special bush because God is about to do something supernaturally through it. And so, in Exodus chapter 3, we read these words. And the angel of the Lord appeared to him in a flame of fire out of the midst of a bush. Now when Moses saw it, he wondered, he marveled. He was like, whoa, what's going on here? Because he saw the fire, but it wasn't consuming the bush. It was as though it was burning, but it wasn't burning. And then he goes over to see it, and then God calls his name. And this is what God says to Moses. Take off your shoes. You're on holy ground. You know, it's interesting that when Moses first saw this, he was like, whoa, what's going on? But when he got closer, he realized, oh, this isn't just a bush on fire. This is God in the form of a bush. This is a theophany, a visible appearance of God. And so when you get close to God, when you seek Him, when you look for Him, sometimes He reveals Himself in small ways. And that's exactly what happens here. A burning bush that doesn't get burned up. It's small, it's simple, it's not spectacular, but it's a way that God gets the attention of one man, Moses, who will become the deliverer of Israel. You know, God still does that today. He uses small flames to start world-changing missions. So I want to encourage you, don't despise small beginnings. God can use you in mighty ways if you'll just be faithful in the small. Moses didn't start out as a great leader. He was just a guy tending sheep. But God looked at Moses and said, I'm going to use you to deliver my people. So do I ever think that you re too small, or you re too insignificant, or you've been set aside by God? Look at this burning bush that didn't get burned. It's a symbol of the fact that God can use anyone to accomplish His purposes. It's a picture of empowerment, that when God calls you, He'll equip you. When God commissions you, He'll commission you for such a time as this. Would you agree? God can use you in mighty ways, if you'll just be faithful in the small? Would you say that? I hope you would. Why? Because that's what this story teaches us. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little video. If you did, would you give me a thumbs up? I really appreciate your support. And also, would you subscribe so you get notified when we release new videos? Thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time.